What's our prayer point? I say I'm wearing my prayer point. At first, they called the police. The police said they are not interested, that they cannot arrest us, that we didn't commit any crime.
See, small boy born yesterday attacking somebody who gave his life to Christ before he was born.
Brutalize them and hand them over to the DSS.
That's what he said.
That was what Eneche said. So I just knew that we were gone.
Because he has internet and has data.
And tell me that I will not see January. That they put a bounty on my head that I shouldn't see January. And they said it that anybody that can get me dead, 5 million.
It's a vagabond generation, almost like a bastard generation.
He has been here for over 7 years.
Are you serious?
Nobody has taken him to court.
Which means there is something inside you that could be very terrible. He must never make any mistake of putting anything substantial on your life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. The video you are about to watch is disheartening. Shaigumi, of all people, will not even do this to a Christian, talk more about Muslim. That poor Eneche, a man that I respected so much, did this to a fellow Christian. First of all, I want no copyright to this video. I saw it on Lucky Do Studio. I couldn't just let it slide than to take it and post it on my platform for you guys to see the confession that this guy made. According to him, the whole story begins during Buhari regime when he joined the slogan. All of you remember that time now, Buhari must go. That he took him onto the street. Some of them were arrested. After everything, they released them. He came to Dunamis Church by invitation anyway. Then they came to give Thanksgiving. That was when his life was stolen, his freedom were taken by poor Eneche without investigation, thoroughly ordered the church workers to manhandle or maltreat those people before calling the police, of which the police rejected, then called the DSS because he was eager to lock this guy up. But let me not just put words on his mouth. I want you guys to watch the full story. We'll be right back.
Bro, why were you arrested by DSS? What exactly did you do?
Me and my friends went to church for a Thanksgiving and to talk about our prayer point, which our prayer point was Buhari must go.
Are you serious?
Yes, so that was how it started.
Which church was that and who called the DSS?
That was Dunamis Church, and the DSS was called by Dr. Paul Eneche himself, because when we were going out of the church, we were 10 in number that went for the Thanksgiving and prayer point, and our prayer point was Buhari must go. So when we got into the church premises, we entered the church, coordinated, we sat down, no noise, nobody was agitating. So when the time for prayer, they say if you have a prayer point or you want to give your life to Christ, you should come over. And somebody like me, that I wanted to at least go into the Christendom in a way, so I chose to go out, and some of us came out. Then they asked us, what's our prayer point? I said, I'm wearing my prayer point because I don't need to write my prayer point. Because at that point in time, everybody's prayer point in Nigeria was Buhari must go.
So you were putting on a t-shirt that had it boldly written?
Yes,
Buhari must go. So when you told the church that was your prayer point, what did they say?
That was Eneche himself. So he just prayed actually. He did as if he didn't hear what I said. So after praying, he now said, we should go to another room that a pastor wants to see us. So they gave us some snacks and other things. So I don't know, they were just trying to feed us to go to DSS.
So why people were kept in that room? They called DSS on you?
No, when we were kept there, they used that as a delay tactics to delay us.
To delay people?
Yeah, so when we were going out, so some of us already got a car to go. So the security operative just started shouting, stop, stop, stop. We're like, what happened? Before you know, they pounced on us, started beating us, take us to the church security unit. I was like, what did we do? They were still beating us. So the senior pastor came. One of the senior pastors, he came like, why will you be wearing Buhari must go? After dishing us some slap. Then he now called the GO. He now said, let me call the GO. So I was telling my friends that, don't worry now. Eneche, they preach against Buhari. No, we'll go. So he just put the phone on speaker. And I said, GO, we've arrested those guys. And I said, those guys wearing Buhari must go. And I said, brutalize them and hand them over to the DSS.
That was what he said?
That was what Eneche said. So I just knew that we were gone.
Are you serious?
Yes. So the phone was on speaker. Because the confidence I had was, Eneche, you just tell them, just let them go. but it was brutalize them and hand them over to the DSS.
I hope you are telling the truth. And
In
whatever
his words. In his words.
What exactly inspired you to even go put on Buhari Must Go?
Okay, Buhari Must Go is a campaign that we founded as young people to talk about why Buhari must go, to make young people gang up and kick away the old leaders out of power. So the campaign started when we started writing Buhari Must Go on the street. So my friends went to Kogi to write Buhari Must Go, so they were arrested and they spent 72 days in detention.
Wow.
So when they came back, so we were like, okay, let's go and have a Thanksgiving. Like, where are we going to have a Thanksgiving? So one of our friend that's a Dunamis member, like, my church is the best church. And I was like, your church is not the best church. So in our deliberation, I said, okay, let's go. So that Sunday we were prepared to go, and we wore our Buhari Must Go t-shirt because that's the main reason why we want to go and do our Thanksgiving. So that was what inspired us to go to Dunamis Church.
So when DSS picked you guys up, can you tell us the story of what unfolded?
So at first they called the police. The police said they are not interested, that they cannot arrest us, that we didn't commit any crime, that they didn't see us protesting, or they didn't see us bringing any placard or banner,
yes,
so
of cause
any violence. Say it's just people that came to church and wore t-shirt, and so the police refused. So the police were there. So when the pastor said brutalize them and hand them over to the DSS, not knowing that he has already called the AGF.
What's AGF?
The Attorney General of the Federation. So how did I know he called the AGF? When the DSS came in their numbers, they took us. We went to the DSS facility. So when we entered the DSS facility, they took us to one office. So the DSS guy now called the Aoga. It seems he called the director. So it was Hausa he used. And I said, Paul Eneche Anchemo aje one yara now for safekeeping. In English it means Paul Eneche said we should keep these guys here for safekeeping. So I was just convinced that, okay, so this is the game that he wants to play. So when he took us to the DSS facility, they stripped us naked, actually. We were naked, they kept us in one room. Then after then, they took us to the cell where we were. That was New Echo. That's the cell where Kanu was before. Nnamdi Kanu, New Echo. So they kept us in, first, I was kept in the cell close to Kanu. I was in cell 10, while Kanu was in cell 8. So they had
Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes. So
did you see him in detention?
We even discussed for good 19 days.
Oh, you discussed?
Yeah, I even gave him Holy Communion. Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, I gave him Holy Communion.
Wow.
And he even told me that, he even sent me a message out then. That time he was telling me, when I asked him about the woman they arrested him with, it was like the government are doing propaganda. That was the first story they told about him, 2015, when he was arrested. That he was arrested with a woman. That this one in Kenya, that's the same narrative that they want to bring, that they should tell Nigerians to disregard the report. That even though Nigerians will believe the report, they should provide the woman. They should provide the hotel that is with a woman. So we had several discussions, and then the Sunday Igboho guys were there. So it was like the Revolution Now comrades and the IPOP and the Oduduwa. We had a serious debate there. So we had to come to an agreement. So all of them had to agree that Kanu is the same agitation with them, and they all had to come to an agreement. There must be a revolution before a secession. So we had a lot of discussion there.
Now, what was your experience like in DSS facility detention?
Okay, should I say that is one of my perfect experience so far?
Perfect?
Yes.
Why do you say so?
Okay, even though I lost my tooth in the DSS detention.
You lost your what?
Tooth.
Your tooth?
My teeth. Yeah.
How come?
It was at the church premises. So, the guys were using guns to hit us. So it was shaking. So at the DSS detention, so they finally used blow to remove it. One of the officials.
Wow.
Yes. So if you can look at it very well, so if you can see that my face is not really stable, this side and this side, look at it very well. See, one side is swollen. Yeah, up till now it's still affecting me in a way. So
they tortured you guys?
Yes.
Tell us about everything now.
Me in particular, I was tortured very well because they say I'm the loudest. Because they say I talk too much. Because when we got into the facility first, or they naked us and they took us to the cell. We were there. Then after 5-6 days, they brought us out. So they were asking everybody who gave us the Buhari Must Go t-shirt to wear. So they was forcing us to accept that Showore gave you this shirt to wear, that when they arrested you, Showore came to the church, blah, blah. So I printed this shirt myself, high quality, and I distributed to my friends because Buhari must go is my prayer point, and that is what I'm praying to God to do for me and Nigerians. So the guy was like, who is your mentor? So I said Wolo Soyinka, so he grew very angry. Why will I be telling him that Wolo Soyinka is my mentor? So he now said they should take me to basement 2. So I was thinking basement 2 is one special cell because we hear people say basement 2 is for VIPs. I don't know, it was a torture room. So that was where I was tortured. I was beaten mercilessly. Then I was beaten to accept that we came to the church to burn down the church.
Can you describe everything in details? I want Nigerians to understand.
Okay, the torture was like, when we got there, they called me. After I told them that I printed the shirt myself, I distributed it to my friends. So the officer said, okay, since I'm proving to be stubborn, he said his name is Officer 1. So when we asked of his name, he said his name is Officer 1. So he said he should take me to the basement. So when we got to the basement, so I entered inside the basement. There was a chair there. So I sat on the chair. So the torture guy came, offered me water, made me comfortable on the AC. So the place was very cold. So there was nobody to complain to that the AC should be put off, and there's no switch inside. So the other guys came in. So when they came in with some this black wire. They call it this black wire they use to wire building. Those special black wires that are just like high tension wires. So those were one of the tools they used. Then they have battens like this police talk through that they used to, that police baton.
Those baseball.
It's not as big as baseball.
Okay, I know the baton.
Those talk through that police hold.
Yeah.
So those are part of the things that they used to also torture me. Then apart from using his hands and other things. So that was how they tortured me, and they take me back to my cell because we were arrested with a blind guy actually. So, and my hope was that since Eneche usually collect crutches from people, I was thinking the blind guy would see. But the blind guy actually was detained with us instead of performing the very biggest miracle. People should know that he's a man of God. So instead, he did otherwise. So after the torture and everything, they take me back to the cell. So one thing they did that was very funny, I was discussing with Mazin Namdekan. So some of the Boko Haram, because we're in the cell with both Boko Haram and Sunday Igboho guys and some other people. So the Boko Haram guys there, I started telling the DSS that me and Kanu are having discussions because we discussed a lot about the insecurity in the East. I even accused him of some things which was trying to clarify that those are government propaganda. Some of the things were like, why are ESN killing people, innocent people in the East, and why is IPOB proscribed? So after much discussion, that is where he gets to even tell me that some IPOB members have been taken to Wawa Barracks, which me myself I traveled there to confirm that that's the truth. So he also told me that he doesn't encourage people to kill people, that he only encouraged ESN to protect the East from all these Fulani herdsmen and insecurity. So, but mostly how we communicate most times in the night around 2 to 4. Then during the day we write. Then there's like a box.
Did you see him physically?
We communicate physically.
You saw him face to face?
Yes.
Okay.
So we write on a paper, put it inside one box. The box has a long rope, like this kind of, it's like a bucket, but the bucket is half. We cut the bucket into half. Then there's a rope tied to the bucket. So if you finish writing what you want to write, or if you want to even send food to somebody, you put the food inside, you throw the rope to this person's cell. Then the person will drag the rope, then remove what you sent. Then if you want to send back to you, he will throw the rope to you, then you drag it, then the bucket will come to you. So that was the best way we were communicating. So we were discussing for over 19 days. So after that 19 days, they were about to take us to court. So when they were about to take us to court, so the Boko Haram guys snitched on us. The Amazon had been discussing with us that they should search us. So when they searched us, they saw a letter that he wrote that we should give Shiwore. But the mistake I made was he sent that letter in the morning. I was unable to read that letter because I know they will be taking us to court. So we put the letter in the blind guy's trouser inside his boxers, thinking that they will not search. So that morning they searched us. So they removed the letter from there. So they were asking the blind guy who put the letter there. So they know it wasn't the blind guy, but they know it was one of us. So after beating us there, they collected the letter. So when we came back, they changed everybody from New Echo. So they removed us from New Echo. They took us to Old Echo, where we were with Frank and Kelvin, Emeka and Gonadi, and some other guys that were also arrested. So that is where the sweetest part of the DSS detention started, because then we started a protest in the DSS detention about one of the Sunday Igboho guy that they want to cut his hand because he was shot on the hand. So when they cut his hand, so I protested. We led the protest in the DSS detention. I was still tortured for
How are you leading a protest in DSS detention?
We organized.
How?
Okay, we were talking to prisoners why a revolution is needed, why Buhari should go. And most of them there were talking to them, telling them according to the law, point of law, some of them that were innocent. We were preaching the law to them, telling them, you didn't do anything. The law says that you shouldn't be here without trial. The law said that you shouldn't be arrested more than 48 hours without being taken to court. So most of them were ignorant. So when we begin to convince them, we begin to tell them, what brought me here is Buhari must go. And I've been here since. I'm not depressed. I am not depressed. I am not like trying to feel bad. I am just agitating for Buhari should go. So I think if they should join us to agitate for Buhari should go, and we'll make this DSS detention miserable for both the cell guards and everybody, I think they will listen to them. And all of them, in detention, when everybody sees something like liberation, they always want to cling on to it. So they were very happy to even receive me. I was even giving the Minister of Justice there, which I appoint Kanu as the DSS chapter revolution now.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes. So that was how we mobilized those guys. So we protest. We do our protest starts 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We chant song like, "Who is a tyrant? Buhari is a tyrant. Suwe. Who is a criminal? Buhari is a criminal." So we chant songs like that. We also try to make a lot of noise, make the place ungovernable for them. So we're doing that continuously. Though we're tortured. After we do that, sometimes when it's very loud, they'll just call us, or 5 of us, they'll beat us up. But mainly they beat us up. When those people want to pity us, we'll tell them that they shouldn't pity us. That is the reason why we should agitate them more. Because if you don't agitate them more, these people will not listen to you. So, and also, aside from that, I also realized that many people there, just like a guy that I met there, Emeka and Gonadi, how we started communicating was when he saw me there, he saw that you were arrested for Buhari must go. What did you do? Then I discovered that the guy was arrested for liking and commenting on a post.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Just because he
liked and comment on a post. So I was thinking
Which
was
post?
IPOB post. So I was thinking it was like the story is not clear, because I was thinking this guy should be lying. Why will you just like and comment on the post and
then DSS will arrest
pick you up? Then when I came out of detention, I investigated the matter. I discovered it was true. I took up the matter. We went to court. We got 2 judgments, and up till now, DSS hasn't provided that guy. They took him to Wawa Barracks, where he has been detained.
What was Wawa Barracks?
It's a barrack in Niger State after Kanji Dam.
Yes.
Where DSS carry IPOB members or people that they just arrest randomly. They take them there for them to suffer and die. Yes. So after confirmation, we got 2 judgments. They refused to release the guy. So, and many other people are there. Like a guy himself in DSS detention. There was a guy who committed suicide because the guy was saying he has been here for over 7 years.
Are you serious?
Nobody has taken him to court. He has not even seen the sun. Like in DSS, if they take you out to even go to the admin office, it's just like a celebration for you. It's like a big celebration because they don't take you out. You are just indoors, and you are doing nothing. Just like, and in DSS, I don't think they have VIPs, because even Kanu himself is.
What interests me is also the part that he saw Nnamdi Kanu and the testimony he gave about Nnamdi Kanu. And you listen to his own side of the story, his experience with Dunamis Church. Now, I will say a Christendom, if this guy is not that strong in Christianity, we just lost another soul. Definitely, this guy will never want to go to church anymore. Let's say, for example, this guy committed some certain crime, maybe before coming to the church or even putting on that shirt. It is the duty of the church to call you to order and say, this thing that you are doing is not right. This thing you just did can spark reaction for the federal government. But I don't want you to do this anymore. I just want to let you know that I'm not part of it. Don't do this next time. Don't come to my church with me giving you platform for you to wear. Maybe I don't know the best reason, but you call the police. That was enough already. That the police rejected. At least if there was something less that could have come up, you can say, no, I called the police about this issue. Maybe the police said it is not a case. But you went further for me to know that you were having hidden intention. You went further to tell your workers to beat them. Then go beyond to call DSS and said they need to be locked up. To what benefit? To what end? Now that the guy is hurt, so what do you expect of this guy to see you as a real man of God who disciplined him and locked him up for months or for years? Or what do you want this guy to portray the Christendom to be in the first place? But I'm not trying to take side with this guy because I've not heard from Dunamis. But for the way he narrated the whole story, it is obvious that it is true because this video we posted about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I went to Dunamis platform. I watched all their social media platform. I did not see where they debunk this news. Lucky Udu is not a small social media personnel or a small activist. He's a well-known and respected person for that matter. For him to post this video, I believe that Dunamis must have watched the video and they just felt, oh, maybe we made a mistake, but let it slide. But thousands upon thousands of people have saw it and it weakened a lot of people's faith. But if you're a Christian, I will still urge you, things like this should not make you to disassociate yourself as a Christian. If you're the brother in the other end, if this thing happened to you, if you are watching this video, don't take it to heart. The fact that this pastor have messed you up or did this to you is part of the word. It's part of the temptation and part of the trial, but let it not take your charismatic away from you. So high, keep believing in God. God knows the reason. Even Joseph went to prison. He came out and he became a prime minister. Maybe one of these things, if you keep on pushing your video, talk more about all those things, you become famous, you become something very important in the society. But I just pray that whatever you have lost over the months of you being in captivities, I pray that God restore it back to you. I love you, bro, and I keep on praying for everyone that have been in prison or that are still in prison for something they know nothing about, or for main allegations, or because that person is very influential, have power, and just dump you there. You don't have voice to cry out. I pray God visit that said and grant you bail, or appoint somebody that has power as well, that an activist, a lawyer, that will visit your cell and grant you bail. This 2026, God will definitely liberate a lot of people. Anyway, I rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to tell me your thoughts about this. Do you think that this guy is hiding some certain things? He didn't narrate the full story. Do you believe on his story? If yes, what is your thought about the Dunamis action? Do you think that because he put on a t-shirt that says Buhari must go, was that enough to send it to prison? Even after you called police rejected the case, but you still went beyond to tell your ushers or your workers to beat him or beat them and call the DSS. So what were you trying to aim at? Please let me know in case you are his member. There are better way for you to defend this pastor. Please also let me know in the comment section. I'm not trying to discredit him. He's a very decorated and respected man of God in the society. But me, I don't rate men of God because of the capacity of their church. I rate men of God because what comes out of their pulpit, their actions, and the manner and how they behave in the society. Anyway, I will rest my case here. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. It's still left for you to tell me your own personal opinion regarding to the full video you just watched. You heard the full story. What about Nnamdi Kanu? And I rest my case here. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. Bye.